What's going on, guys? It's Danny from Slow Restoration. We are on a small road trip. We are picking up something. Guess what it is? And there's where we're going. JL Fabrication. I think it's over here. Let me get in here and get situated. So this is like a couple days later. Trip was a success. We got everything back home here, and I put it in the box truck just for a time being, but now it's time to take this out. As you can see, it's a bunch of boxes of car parts inside, and it's actually the bed for the 1967 Chevy step side, which is now getting a Fleetside bed. So this is actually the Fleetside bed in a box. Let's get it in the shop and we'll start putting it together. We got our first couple pieces in. As you can see, there's the front bed panel. If we look at it, the box here, it's a 67 to 72 bed front panel, wood floor, and that does make a difference. So it's also getting those big boys. And there we go, we're all unboxed. As you can see, we have the Chevrolet Script tailgate, the wider wheel wells, they're 4-inch wider than stock, brand new bed sides, a new front, and the cross sills. It looks like a giant model kit, like a life-size model kit. It's kind of neat to see all this stuff laid out here. We're underway here assembling this thing, and as you can see, we did build a small cart with some casters. I've did this before to move stuff around. Works pretty well. We left these out a little bit. I'm going to try and run a bolt down right there, line this up, and run a bolt right in there, so we're standing off of all this, so when it goes to get painted, if they want to use the cart, they can actually leave it on the cart and still get all that painted. But we did get this side attached. We're using some jack stands and some blocks of wood to keep that from getting damaged. And just kind of take your time. It's nut and bolts on the front, and it's actually caged bolts on the back with caged nuts and bolts that run through. So just kind of take your time, make sure all the flanges are bent out so you can get the cross members in, and then they'll easily squeeze back with the pressure of those bolts. And we do not have our bed wood yet, but in the meantime, I got some 3/4 inch actually oak, just rough cut wood, and we're gonna test fit this stuff to make sure it fits in where it needs to. Looks like that needs to be notched, but that does fit in there. We'll have to notch that piece so it goes around there, but that should go all the way back to there. And we'll just use these as filler panels. In the back, it's not such a big deal. You just need to make sure it does clear, because the bedside actually bolts to this cross member. Up front here, the cross members that go through, the wood actually goes in between the bedside and the cross member. So you have to have something in there to bolt those cross members in, but we'll get to that. Next step's going to be get this front panel attached here, and up top here, these two bolts right here, there is 2 welded nuts on the panel. The rest of them are nut and bolt all the way down through. We got this front panel attached. Like I said, it's through bolts with nuts on the back side with these 3, and these 2 top have threaded nuts welded into this back panel, because there's no way to easily access it. As you can see there, we just put them through that way to make it easy. Chances are, once this thing's painted, we're probably going to pull them out and put some nice stainless, like button head or something like that. But until then, this will hold it together, and we'll check fitment with all that. So again, we're going to take our, none of that's super tight, so we're going to take our piece of wood here and make sure that slips through. It's a little bit tight, but it does go in there. As you can see there, this is rough, so the splinters, you don't want to test fit your good wood with this, but that's kind of how it's going to be. And the cross sills are going to actually attach through the wood. The wood will be sandwiched in between the bedside and the wood. So definitely have to have them in place or something there to space them until you get what you're going to put in. I'm not sure exactly how the painter is going to do that yet. I'm thinking he's probably going to take the cross sills out and paint them separately, because the bed, once all this is tightened up, will stay relatively square and rigid with the front panel and this rear cross sill. The rest of them could come out technically until we get the wood, and it probably would make his life a little bit easier. So we'll let him decide that, and we're going to keep assembling. Moving right along here, we have all four corners loosely attached. Don't want to tighten anything down just yet, because you will have to adjust it. You have to square it up and level it too. If you're building a platform to do this off of, or you're on the truck frame itself, you won't necessarily have to do that. But because my cart's a little bit flimsy because it's only 3 wheels, I just want to make sure it's level. So put my level back here. I put it up front there too. We were off a little bit up front. Front was actually down a little bit on the driver's side, so we put the jack under it to level it. We're all good with that. We have our spacers on all 4 corners, so we know our bed floor is going to slip in there. It's a little echoey because I'm in all the sheet metal, but if we run around to the front, everything fit pretty nicely until we got that side lined up good. Showed before. This side, the tops line up. As you can see, all 3 of these holes are slightly off. So I took these bolts back out, got my alignment pin put in there, and lined these up. These all 3 line up at the same time, but if they're lined up, then these 2 are way off, and there's actually a big gap up here, which obviously you don't want. So that's about the way we want it. I know it looks like it's down, but this part is radiused, and it's about the same as that side. So I'm gonna stick with these 3, or these 2 here, and modify these 3 just slightly, just enough to make them fit. I'm gonna make sure it's in, you know, our bedside's not kicking out like this or anything goofy like that. Bedsides look good. They look pretty straight. It's new sheet metal, so you're always going to have to block them. Even if it was used sheet metal, you would have to block sand all that. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, level that up. I'll mark these 3 holes where they need to be opened up. I'm not going to open up the bedside. I'm actually going to open up this back panel. We'll mark them, take these 2 out, slip the bed panel off a little bit, and I'll open those holes up till they line up, and we should be good with that. And then we can actually start squaring everything up and maybe start snugging some stuff up. I am, like I said, our cross sills back there, I am gonna test fit them, and I am also going to bolt the wheel tubs in, make sure all that lines up. But the cross sills will come back out for painting and transporting, since we don't have the wood to put sandwich in there. And even if we did, we wouldn't want that brand new shiny wood kit to get overspray of any type, and we want the paint to be in between where the wood is going to sandwich. So all that's got to come apart anyway, so we'll just leave them out after we test fit them. We went ahead and threw our cross members or cross sills in here roughly in the space they're going to be. So there's one at the back of the wheel well, front of the wheel well, and one in the empty space in there. There should be some floaters in here too, but they don't attach to anything except for the wood bed, so we don't have them in here right now. So we're getting ready to take these wheel wells and attach them. These are through bolts. They're just holes in the sheet metal. So we're going to take some of these bolts, thread them through the inside, and there is welded nuts that they thread into. So as long as everything lines up, this should be pretty nice. It does overlap this bedside here and go through there, sandwiches into that cross sill, catches a couple of these, and these are wider. These are 4-inch wider, of course, than the stock. So the original one wouldn't come over that far, but regardless, they kind of go in the same way. So, and loosely fitted up, that's what it's going to look like. As you can see, they're pretty big wheel wells. So one last step is to actually get the tailgate installed on there and then square these sides up so the gap for the tailgate is nice and even and one side isn't further out than the other and there's not too wide of a gap, because that's all still adjustable right now. Everything is loose. So we'll get that on, get everything tightened up, and I'll just show you a final product. I know this wasn't a complete step-by-step, but it gives you an overview of kind of how to do this. All right, guys, we got our tailgate on there. Everything's snugged up, tightened up. Everything's looking pretty good. We do still have those cross rails in there, and I put a couple bolts in. Everything, the wheel wells are all tightened up, snugged up, squared up. I did have to drill a couple holes in these crossbars. That's why the bolts are in there right now, because these are wider than stock. The holes just weren't there. So our wood bed kit is actually on its way too, but the next stop for this is the paint shop, and it's going to look very different when it comes back, of course. And the paint shop actually might be installing this. I'm not real sure. We'll see what happens, but either way, we'll get a shot of the truck when it's done, and we still have to do a couple more things to finish that truck up. After all this is done, we got to measure for wheels and tires. We got to adjust the suspension, the ride height and stuff like that, and we have to finish the exhaust now well, once this bed is on there. And now we actually got a bunch of parts back in for the square body that we're doing that swap in, so we need to get back to work on that and get that thing done. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.